this is what, like, dating 101. If you are having an event and you tell me about it, you don't ask me about it. I'm not asking you, can I come?
Period.
We're on.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, y'all.
Welcome
C3.
to C3 Podcast.
Yes, y'all. What episode?
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Thank y'all for tuning in. As we get started, y'all, I have to go to this real quick because we live. So we need y'all to drop all the questions, comments, everything. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram, my personal Instagram, and then our podcast page.
Our podcast page, Instagram, is We Talking TV.
Talking TV.
With the G. So We Talking TV.
Okay, all right, let me mute that. Okay. All right, let's get started.
So you ready to take a shot?
Yes, ma'am. You know what we got to do.
High enough.
Good. Okay. All right, let's do it. Okay. To episode 3, but I think we need a spicier toast. We've been toasting to the episode every week.
Bitch, I don't know.
Hurry up. Think of something.
To Molly and her brothers.
That was good. That was real
Not
cute.
Molly.
Issa and her brother. Yeah, that was good. I like that. I really like that.
That was cute.
Okay, we're going to toast to family.
That's not spicy.
No, that's better, though. All right, let's do it. Jesus. Okay, I need a napkin. I'm ridiculous. Yeah.
Talking about some
Look, y'all, don't judge me. Let me hurry up. Okay.
We got it all in the book, too.
All right, let's get started. This episode,
triggering.
This episode is so triggering.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's
triggering.
good. It was a good episode, though. I really liked it.
It was a good episode. I agree. I'm trying to think. I don't know what I'm triggered more by. I don't know if I'm more so triggered by the Molly and Issa thing. I low-key want to do that first because somebody texted me about that.
Okay,
somebody texted me about that. So they said that just watching the episode, it wasn't even anything specific, but they said Molly and Issa, their friendship unraveling, kind of like what you were saying, is triggering.
It's very sad.
Watch.
It's because you just see it happening and you pinpoint like, all you have to do is say this and it would have went differently. All you have to do is say that.
Yeah.
And it would have went differently.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's very cringing.
It's so cringing just because it's like, I feel like when we be in those situations, you always wonder what the other person may have, may have been thinking or whatever. Like, I really don't like how Molly was like, do your thing.
Do you, girl?
Yeah, do you. I didn't
girl.
like that. I ain't like that.
It could.
That was so dismissive.
It was, because, I think it just seems like, at this point, Issa don't care. So, Molly, I also think it's pride.
You think it's pride?
I think so. Pride ruins a lot of relationships. I think they both feel the distance. So it's kind of like, I always try to relate it back to myself. Like, in my friendship, sometimes I ain't never used to say, well, I really would like for you to come. Or I wouldn't want to put myself out there because I would feel like, well, they don't care. So even though we were friends for X amount of years, we were so tight. But when y'all get in that space, it could be a little different because it's like, okay, girl, well, I guess, do you? Like, it's kind of like my feelings hurt, so I'm pushing you away more so than, well, I really would hope for you to come. I really wanted to spend this time with you type of thing.
I mean, I get that, but at the same time, like, I feel like when they were in the supermarket, they could have just talked about it.
I think so, too. I think so,
like,
too.
What did we
I was
scheduling a talk
confused why
for?
they scheduled it. And then when they scheduled it, I was like, they not going to talk about it. It's going to be, they're going to have to reschedule it. Yeah.
Like, why would you even want to talk about it?
Yeah, I would have talked about it in the grocery store because it wasn't nobody around. That was the perfect time.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that. It was very triggering. And also, like, okay, because how do we say it started? So, it started by Molly asked Issa, should she invite Andrew to Thanksgiving? And then Issa kind of was just like, y'all ain't that, right?
Something, because then Molly said they exclusive or something.
Yeah, Molly was like, because we are exclusive now.
And Issa said something, and Molly was like, And she didn't say nothing. And you was like, I just wish she would say something. But then you peep like, well, Molly said something slick. Because she felt triggered by what Issa said. So she had to throw something back at Issa. And then Issa was like, bitch, don't say it like you just wasn't fucking with Dro and he had a whole wife. Like, you tweaking. So then that's what Molly's like, I feel like, okay, bitch, you coming for me.
What's going on between us?
So I think... So what was your point? Like, what was your...
No, so I'm just trying to double back on exactly what
the conversation was. That was the conversation. I don't remember what Issa said to Molly, though.
Issa said you would... No, because Molly said something about a quadruple or she called it something, the situation between...
A throuple.
Yeah.
She called it
and
a
she
throuple.
was like, fucking for free? Did she say that? Fucking
something.
for Hennessy and shit. That's what she was referencing.
She kind of because Issa TSA dude.
Exactly.
Damn, that was a hell of a blow.
That's when Issa was like, "Excuse me, like you was just with Dro or whatever."
Yeah.
So that's what did it or whatever. But yeah, I just really wish that they would have had that conversation at that moment. That's some shit. Honestly, it was emotional in that moment. Y'all should have just had it in that moment.
I think so too.
It's like, I would rather that with my friendship shit. Let's talk about it. Since you mad, I'm mad too. Like,
it's
kind of
like, bitch, what's up?
Right, exactly. Like, what's up? Let's
I'm
talk.
mad, you mad. Let's
what
get
we
this
waiting
shit.
for? Like,
exactly,
let's just, especially when you tight like that. Like, they super tight. Like, I just feel like they could have got through that shit instantly or whatever.
I think so too. I was confused as to why they like schedule.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I ain't like that at all.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Okay, let's see. I feel like it was another. Okay, well, yeah. We could just continue with them. Let's just get through them all together. So then they ended up rescheduling the damn conversation. They didn't have the conversation during Thanksgiving.
I hate scheduled conversations.
I hate that. Like, I damn near feel like it. Sometimes you got to
schedule, but it's like sometimes it's
best to just get the shit
let it flow.
I feel like it'd be more genuine when you let it flow.
Yeah.
Like, just say the shit, say what's on your mind, whatever. Let's get through it.
I be scheduling conversations though.
Sometimes you have to. I do think sometimes you have to, especially because you damn like if you mad, you damn near got to schedule because you're like, I'm gonna hurt this bitch feelings.
Yeah.
Like, I damn near gotta think
relax,
about what I'm gonna say.
You gotta chill.
Exactly. Like, let me get my words together or whatever. Okay, then I have a question. We have a question on Facebook. Do you think that we should answer it now? Because we can.
Why do women always go for the low blow?
For the low blow.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I think it's the type of woman though. Mm-hmm. I think like for me, I'm really not confrontational at all. Like I'm like, I won't argue. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, look, you got it. Like, I would literally, unless I feel like I have to, like, all right, bitch, you got me fucked up. But it's a, like, for me, I would literally only go for low blow if somebody go for low blow for me. Like, kind of like, bitch, your ass was just doing X, Y, Z, so don't come for me. Like, gee. But if I wouldn't necessarily intentionally low blow.
Exactly.
I don't know. It is definitely kind of like a lot of women definitely throw shit back in the other person's face. But I feel like that's people in general, though, that do that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't really do that either. I actually try to avoid low blows.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
I feel like because you can't take that shit back.
Because then, that's really hurtful. Like, if somebody confide in you about something and you throw it back in their face, I don't really like doing that to people.
Okay, they say our low blows forgivable, and that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you can't
take that shit
back.
So
it's like, I mean, they can't. It depends on the person, but I feel like for me personally, I always remember that shit. Like, you I never forget that shit.
You remember what a motherfucker
I remember that shit. Like, you took it there. Okay.
It's like, damn. Yeah, like, your heart drop a little bit.
All right, noted.
Yeah.
Period. I ain't got shit for it. But I typically don't do low blows. Like, I just don't like it. I feel like it's not fair. I got to be really, really upset.
I definitely got to be really upset. Or it got to be
very relevant to what we talking about for me to take it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not really I'm not really like a rah-rah type of chick anyway. So it's kind of like.
It just depends on the day for me.
It depends on the situation for me.
And the person, I guess.
It depends on, for me, I'm more like low blow. I go that low if I feel like it's been built up and I feel like the person keep coming at me, then I'll be like, all right, bitch.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a conversation, if I feel like they doing low blows, then I'll probably be like, stoop to their level. But I don't really like stooping to nobody's level, though. So I try to like rise above the madness. I try to keep my head rise above the madness out here. You
rise
feel me?
Above the haters.
I try to be
Hell no.
I try to be a good person.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Let's see. What's next? Here, you pick one while I try to fix this internet.
So I know the big thing. What was Condola's comment? The throuple thing with them. I know the big thing. So interracial dating. So when Molly showed, that wasn't really super highlighted this episode, but it was something that I noticed when we oftentimes talk about how black men date outside their race, but I think this episode is really, this season is really highlighting how a black woman is dating outside her race, and her having to, not even saying that she brought him home, but her having to tell her family about him and show pictures. So it's like we never really see that in the black community, where you see black women. It's very rare. We always have the conversation like, if my son bring home a white woman, what you gonna do? But it's like, if your daughter come home with a little Asian man or a white man, what the conversation gonna be like?
How's that gonna be?
So I feel like in the show it was a little different. Like the mama ain't turn her nose up, or like everybody just seemed like, you could have brought him home, blah blah blah. Yeah. But it would have been like that if it was a black man. Now I'm not trying to be like, cause I fuck with Andrew.
You know what?
But
I don't know. I feel like it depends on the family.
Is it because he was Asian, so it was a little less?
Like, you think if he was white, it'd
probably been like, bitch, what?
Okay, you tripping?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it kind of was like brushed over, right? It wasn't really.
I definitely feel like it seemed like in her family, if it was like no matter what type of race it was, they would have been okay with it.
Yeah.
They just seemed like they were that type of people, you know? But it do seem like she was definitely hesitant to show it. Yeah. I wonder if that's the reason. That's probably
why she didn't invite him.
You think
so what you think? You think, because Issa was like, y'all been dating for 2 to 3 months. You should have invited him. She's like, so do you think that it was too early to invite him after 2 to 3 months?
I definitely do. I think that is too soon to bring somebody to Thanksgiving.
Yes. I don't even be letting motherfuckers meet my family after 6 months.
Exactly.
I be like,
I mean, then that be the thing. Like, if it just so happens to happen, that's different. But like
setting it up, planning
Thanksgiving,
it.
we just talked. Thanksgiving, November shit. We just started talking in like August or something. No, like no. Maybe let's try this next year.
I don't really know you for real.
This year, I'm actually gonna have to pass. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's too soon. And I know my family. Like, my family be like, you know, like they want you to bring. I've never brought nobody that was like nobody type of thing, but I have cousins and shit that have. So, you know, they be slick talking behind like, who the hell?
Girl,
you know,
my
like,
family be on some. Sorry, y'all.
I'm not finna play with you.
My family, I'm like first, all my little cousins bigger than me. I am the smallest big cousin basically. And so like and I got a lot of boy cousins.
Okay, me too. You know I do too.
Yeah, so they all be looking at the nigga like, and especially if they feel like he ain't good enough for me, over with.
Yeah, they definitely got something to say.
They own that. Like, and I got this one cousin, he don't give a fuck. Corey, he
be saying stuff?
He don't give a fuck. Like, who the fuck? And my brother was like that too. Like, I had a boyfriend, my brother be like, who is this? Like, in his face. Like, right. And I'd be like, all right, y'all tripping now. But I feel like if I bring a man around and he give off, I feel like we were younger. So if I'm grown now, so the next man I bring around, he giving off that grown man vibe, I feel like they'll come at him a lot differently. They'll respect him a lot more instead of coming at him. Because
it do be different when you're young. Yeah, it's different when you're young. So.
I haven't brought a man around in a while.
Really,
girl?
Oh wow. Yeah, definitely. It got to be serious on my end.
For sure,
it got to be serious. I know my family too well. And they be talking that talk. I don't got time.
Talking that shit.
And also vice versa. I don't want, like, if somebody invited me to their house and we just start dating, like, I'm gonna politely decline. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, you know, I think it's too soon or whatever.
I don't even want to meet a nigga mama on some casual shit like, if we ain't been. And I don't want nobody to meet my mama. And I'm very, very particular about who I bring around my brother. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I bring my homeboys around my brother, no doubt. But if I'm dating you, you're not finna meet my little brother.
Exactly. And that's how I feel about my cousins. You know, I don't got no brothers, y'all. I just have a sister. But that's how I feel about my guy cousins, because those like my brothers. So, like, I'm not finna let anybody meet them.
Anybody ain't finna meet my little brother.
They don't even need to know I talk to somebody unless they my boyfriend. Like
literally, Ethan, my little brother, if I told him, he probably don't understand it, but I'm like, like, if I bring any boy around you, just know that is just my friend. Because, like, I have my guy friends over to the crib, and Ethan to be like,
looking like what's
and
going
he don't want to come out his room. He'll look like one boy. We was cool from way back in the day, and I'm like, Ethan, y'all remember him? He was like, nope. He ain't even look at him. He just walked out. I was like, nope. Like, he ain't even let me finish. I was like, so then after he left, I'm like, Ethan, do you not like boys around me? He was like, no, I don't. And I was like, okay. So I never would.
So cute.
It's cute because Ethan is 12.
Yeah, that's
so
cute.
I never would like bring a nigga, a man around my little brother unless this is somebody that I'm.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I know that's so. It's like
I wish I had a brother.
That's my brother. So
look, okay, girl, what's next?
Okay, do you want to talk about, since we talking about Thanksgiving and shit like that? Let's talk about Molly and Issa's Thanksgiving.
Like they're separate Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, Molly and Issa's separate Thanksgiving. I really liked how Molly reconciled with her dad. I thought that was nice.
I like that too.
I feel like that brings like a sense. That brought her like a sense of peace.
Especially with what was going on between her and Issa, whatever. Yeah. And I'm happy she did that, just because I feel like, you know, I'm so happy you brought that up, because we have something with her dad that we need to say.
Oh, yes.
I just feel like we be so hurt. Like, that daddy pain be different. You know, that should be real different.
Especially for girls.
And so I'm definitely happy that she came around. But that was her brother. Those both were her brothers, right?
And I'm glad he said that.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to say. I don't think that she would have come around if he didn't say that. Like, if he didn't say that to her.
Because what he said, dads are niggas too.
Yes, because he was like, that nigga, he like, you mad at that nigga for what he did or whatever, and you forgetting the fact that, you forgetting about what he did to make it right. Right. And then that's when she was like, don't call him a nigga. He like, dads are niggas too. Dads are these niggas, y'all. Like, when we say these niggas, it be daddies too.
We talking about people daddies.
Daddies
and
too.
Girl, okay. Oh, you know what? I just kicked the bottle.
Oh, you need some more?
We drinking Patron. Remember we said we was gonna shop Patron, whatever we was drinking?
Yes, we're drinking. Oh my God. Yes, y'all, we had to do the 3 for 55, the little ghetto special. We had to do it, but it's okay. But yes, we're drinking Patron today.
Yes, Patron. It's one of my favorites.
Is it? You know, it used to be my favorite.
I remember.
Shout out to TJ.
No way. They used to.
My Patron partner.
They used to. I was younger than them. So her and Teray, I was younger than them, and they used to stay drinking Patron. I used to be this little girl like. Y'all are drinking Patron. I don't drink anything, and they kind of turned me out.
And had no business drinking Patron.
No business.
I mean, we was grown though, but still,
we was kind of young at the same time. Y'all was drinking Patron like every time y'all drank.
Yes.
Y'all had just graduated.
Patron is not a joke.
Y'all had just graduated high school, and so that's the case. I was still a sophomore. I was a junior.
Hell no, I'm like you.
I was a junior.
No, for real, you was still in high school and we had you drinking with us? I don't
think I was drinking with y'all, G. Maybe I was.
You remember that one time we was drinking, we was like at Naja house or something?
Yes, and Teray got
so fucked up. It was Teray's birthday.
Every time I be with Teray on her birthday, she get fucked up like that, and I'm always the one. I'm always the one. It never happens with nobody else. It always happens with me, G. Dang. And she always like it's literally sick. It makes me upset thinking about it.
Oh my God! Look. Okay. Well, yes, Patron.
Okay, so yes, back to we kind of got off sidetrack. We got. I just want Teray to watch this shit just so she can be like,
right. She gonna say something about it. She
you guys can't talk about me like that on your live.
Y'all, if y'all know Teray, that's exactly how she sounds.
Like, I really don't appreciate this guy. Like, I would just appreciate it if you just stop or use a code name.
Right, exactly. She's gonna be like, don't say my name.
Don't say my real name. My line sisters are watching.
We love you, Teray.
Oh, shit. She used to kill me with that. I'm a Delta. I can't do stuff like that.
Y'all, oh my God. Oh, I want to tell them a story.
No, don't talk about Teray.
This is not about me.
I'll
tell y'all after.
An extended version.
After.
Right? Okay. So we talk about like dads are niggas too. Let's get back on that because I know like I had somebody in my life. Mm-hmm. And I used to be mad at my dad, and they like, he was like, so you gonna be mad at your daddy for the rest of your life? And I was like, damn, am I gonna be mad at this nigga? Cause he just a nigga. He's literally just a nigga. And that's crazy.
He really
niggas
is.
be, but I love.
Well, I mean, you know, he your daddy. I
right.
keep saying like
these niggas is niggas.
These niggas is definitely niggas.
These niggas is definitely niggas.
You gotta let it go, though. I think that's the thing. You gotta let it go.
But yeah, and that goes for everybody though, because it's a lot of people out here that got.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that like for her, like I don't know. Like, I don't even think that she forgave him, but kind of like what the brother says, like that's what it is. Like you kind of just gotta accept it. And then he said it
happened to mom. It didn't even happen to you.
It didn't even happen to you. And so you know what? Do you watch Red Table Talk? If y'all watch Red Table Talk, it's a very good
I watch certain episodes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make it seem like I watch every episode, but I watched the episode where she was talking about her dad.
Who, Jada?
Yes, and she literally said something like that, like she was mad at her dad or whatever the case was. She had daddy issues, but then she had to realize that your parents, they had a life before you. You know, like you are just a part of their journey. Like you are not.
So, question: do you feel like if Carter came to you and asked you, "Mommy, who were you before you had me?" Like, would you tell him?
You know what? To be honest, I would, and that's why I like to keep my pictures and stuff. Like that's why I like to print actual pictures, because I do want him to see. Like, when I'm old and shit, I do want him to be able to look at those pictures and be like, damn, like, what you used to be doing or whatever. And I want to be able to tell him. Like, I welcome that conversation. Like, I want to tell him. I want to tell him about the highs and the lows. Like, good shit I did and all my mistakes or whatever. Like, I really hope that he's interested in that type of thing, because I'm super for sharing it. I feel like I try to have those conversations with like my mom and stuff. I can't really say I tried to have those conversations with my dad, because I didn't. Look, I feel like my daddy would tell me. Too. But with my mom, like we be talking about stuff like that. She be telling me different stories, whatever, and I be like,
like girl, my mama, I be like, Ma, so who were you before you had? She be like, girl. She literally act like she wasn't nobody. Like, what? She literally act like, my mama, not saying that she was a nobody, but she literally would not tell me,
like, what she used to
do.
That's crazy.
The type of dude she used to date, the type of mistakes she used to make. And I just be like, girl, I don't understand why it's so. I feel like of course I'm going to have discernment for what I tell my kids, but I'm definitely going to tell them, like, I did this shit too. Like, exactly. I was fucking with this dude. I ain't gonna talk like this, but I was dealing with this guy. He did blah, blah, blah. You know, I learned this and this and this. And, of course, I'm gonna tell them the whatever. But I want my kid to feel like she could come to me and tell me whatever. Like, and we could just chop it up, like, period.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah, I would rather her come to me than her friends. Yeah, because they going through the same shit at the same time. It's like the blind leading the blind.
But I mean, I think an important part about that too, though, is even when our parents do that, we don't listen. So
I think it has to be a certain type of relationship, though. Like, I feel like if my mama, I feel like if I'm talking to my mama, because I know some people who like cool with their parents and they can talk to their parents, like my mom used to trust thing. Yeah, my mom used to always say, "I'm not your friend, I'm your mom." And I used to be like, "Why you just can't be both? Like, why you can't be my friend and my mama? Is that like mutually exclusive?"
Yeah, or, I think the word friend is the problem.
I get that it has to be exclusive. Like, sometimes you have to be a mom, but sometimes I need a friend. Sometimes I feel like we don't have people, and our parents are.
Or I think that it's just important as a mom to have the same qualities and traits as a friend. Like, and you don't have to be called a friend, but you just possess the same qualities.
And that's what I mean. Like, so, and I don't know.
But
it's
that's
just
what I'm saying. Like, I think it's the word friend. Like, don't no parent want you to feel like I'm your friend, like I'm not your friend. But you definitely should still have those same qualities as a friend. So that I can trust you as a friend. Like, I know you ain't my friend, but I trust you in that way or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm really happy that Molly kind of like accepted it, and it is what it is, and she's willing to move forward. I feel like when we hold on to that shit and we be so angry, or even not angry, because it don't even seem like she angry. Like, she kind of just is like disgusted by him a little bit, you know, like.
And I think it's like manifesting though, and it's fucking up her relationship.
Yes, I feel like she been negative, like Issa said, like, and that could be definitely one of the reasons why, like. Her family situation, you know, I feel like we be carrying that shit in so many different ways,
and it manifests in our lives in so many different ways.
It's not okay. We gotta let that shit go. But before we go to the next thing, please, y'all, if y'all on Instagram, drop some comments, drop some
yes,
questions.
drop some questions.
I
Ask
have
us
on
questions.
my favorite watch. It'll come to my watch. So we want to talk to y'all. We trying to, engage a little bit more. And then also Facebook. Girl, it's my internet. That's all.
Okay.
But on Facebook, I have the Facebook up. We can see y'all comments. I seen a couple. We got to them already. So just keep dropping the comments, keep dropping the questions, and we're gonna answer you guys. So yeah.
Okay. So our next one is Condola and how she didn't want to invite Lawrence to. She kind of gave off that like, I don't know.
First of all, 101. This is what like dating 101. If you are having an event and you tell me about it, you don't ask me about it. I'm not asking you, can I come?
Period.
So either you're going to ask me to come or I'm not coming. I'm not inviting myself. And that's just that. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, can I come? Do you mind if I slide? No, none of that. I'm just going to assume that you don't want me there. To come. Exactly. And then we're going to go about our damn business. Lawrence did not know that for whatever reason.
I think he's trying to make some. I don't know. I kind of think. You think he's forcing it with Condola a little bit?
Honestly, that's a trait of forcing it, though. Like, and I didn't feel like he was forcing it, but I feel like that's shit that people do when they're forcing it. Like kind of like overextend themselves or whatever. And it's like, nigga, if I wanted you to be there, I would have asked you. But I don't even think it's nothing shady on her end. It's probably exactly what she said. Like, she didn't want to put that pressure on him or on herself to, like, kind of be like, because motherfuckers be like, oh, what, like, is this your boyfriend or whatever the case is? Like, she didn't want that pressure. I believe her. But I don't know. For whatever reason, I did feel like he's doing a lot. He was pushing it with that.
Do you think that Condola... Like, what do you think? Because she just definitely she said she got divorced a year and a half ago. And her friend, that comment that her friend made, I feel like there was a lot of things in that moment that made Lawrence feel.
Oh, okay, wait. What are we talking about? Are we talking about their argument?
No, we're talking about just like the day during Thanksgiving. The entire day. So we gonna get. So, like, when her friend said what she said. Like,
what did she say?
When she said, like, oh, I'm glad that you're here, you're fun. She basically made it seem like Lawrence was just a good time.
Anyways.
Yeah, like, made it seem like Lawrence was just a good time. Like, it wasn't nothing for real. Like, so, not necessarily wasn't nothing for real, but it was just fun. A good time. Like, yeah, he was fun. And so, do you think, not necessarily do you think, but so that kind of definitely affected the way Lawrence felt in that moment with Condola. And then the conversation that they had after it, which blew me, because when he asked her, like, does she still have feelings or is she still getting over him? I feel like that was a redundant question because it was a divorce. Of course I'm still getting over it. Like, of course that's something that's fucking me up. But I also hate that she kind of deflected and was like, it's not about him. And I don't think that question is necessarily in regards to is it about him or not. It's about whether or not you're still getting over it. And if you are, just tell me. Like, I don't think that was a wrong question. I think that was a very valid.
Yeah, I agree.
Very valid question, and she could have answered it honestly. She's like, it's not about him. Why do we have to make this about him? That just goes to show, like, yes, you still are. Like, you're still not over it. So I in that moment, if I was him, I wouldn't have. That would have clicked to me like, oh yeah, she can't even say. Yeah. She can't even give me a yes or a no. She kind of like, why does we have to make it about him? And it's like, you making it about him. Nobody's making it about him but you. And then she gonna bring up Issa, and it's like, so do you really feel some type of way about Issa? Like, was you fucking Lawrence? Was on some, like, I don't know. She just kind of seemed like,
I don't know. I feel like you just said so many things that I don't even know what to get to first. But I think that for sure, in the moment, you be thinking, or not even in the moment, when you're dating somebody, it's so easy for us to sit here and watch it and be like, at that moment he should know. Yeah. But it's like when you in that situation, like, you damn near don't even want to hear that shit. Like, even when they do say that, you kind of just be like you feel it at that moment, but then like later on, you damn near cover it up. You know what I mean? So I do agree. Like, he should kind of look at that like, like, this bitch ain't even answered a question type of thing. But he not gonna look at it like that. And I just feel like, as far as her divorce goes, like, I think just because she is newly divorced, I still don't think that means that she is still hurt by it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what happened.
You don't know what happened.
Yeah.
She might
it
not.
could have been a long time coming for the shit.
Like, she might not still be hurt.
But definitely by her not answering the question, like, okay.
I feel like that's something that they could talk about.
Yeah, because if you're over it, you should be able to talk about it. It shouldn't be. And then it's like their relationship is so new. Like, I would just think that shit, let's just talk about it. Let's put it on the table.
Yeah,
like,
because
we trying to build something, so let's do it or whatever. And I feel like she missed that moment. So I do feel like that was like a key moment for their relationship, and I definitely think that it's gonna change. Now I don't think that their relationship gonna be what it's been. Even if they do continue to talk, I think that the dynamic is gonna change. And I feel like it was just like a woman though to bring that up, like, because I feel like I would have did that. Like, shit, what about you and Issa? Like, you asking me that for?
And then she asked him, like, so if she didn't cheat, would y'all still be together?
Which I hated. And let me just say this too. Because this is, I do this. I don't know about y'all, but I know that I do this. When something like that happened, then you use that as an opportunity to bring up how you really feel, when you should have been said how you really feel.
She definitely felt some
Exactly. So this whole time that this nigga been asking you, or y'all been having a conversation about it, like, you making it seem like, even though she wasn't like, oh no, I'm fine, but she also didn't make it seem like it was a problem either. And shit, you the one hanging with her, so like, you can easily fix the shit too. So it's like, she never made it seem like it was an issue. But now that y'all arguing, and now that, like, he throw some shit at you, now you like, well, nigga, I feel a way about this or whatever. I don't feel like that's fair. Because you could have been, and we ain't talking about me right now. We talking about you. We could have been said something about that. You know what I mean? So I didn't like that she did that either. But
and that's just a question, bitch. I don't know if we still would have been together if she didn't cheat on me.
Who knows?
Nobody knows that.
Knows?
We're not together though. So what the fuck does that even matter?
The fact of the matter is that she did.
Exactly.
Like, she did cheat. It is what it is. Like, let's leave it at that. We can't say woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Exactly.
Whatever. We can't do that. Like, we're not together today. And why would you want to know that? I would not want to know that. I don't want to know what you would have been doing if you hadn't met me, or if that should happen.
Because that shit is gonna hurt my feelings.
Yes.
If you say yeah.
All I know is that you're here today, and that's all that should matter. But you know, we be overthinking shit.
For sure, overthinking.
It's okay.
This girl broke over my homegirl. I was talking to her, and she broke overthinking down to me in such a way that I literally, because at first people like, you be overthinking, Maya, and I'd be like, what the fuck is overthinking even mean?
Really?
Like I knew what it meant, but I was like, she broke that shit down so eloquently.
Okay.
That I catch myself every time I do it, and I be like, bitch, you overthinking, and I just go back to regular.
Oh my God.
So basically, she was talking to me, and she was basically like, because I was like my man, like I was talking to her, and I was like constantly asking questions, and she literally stopped me. She's like, Maya, stop. And she was like, you ask a question that you know the answer to, right? So for example, so say for instance, like you break up with somebody, and you got the answers that you needed, the answers that God felt like you needed to make the best decision that you can make, you have them all. But instead of like taking your evidence that you have, your for sure answers, you like asking questions. So say for instance, like you break up with somebody because they cheated, right? Okay. And they say, you know, I was cheating on you, blah blah blah. They come out and tell you like, yeah, I was cheating on you, blah blah blah. I just think I don't, I'm not ready for a relationship, whatever. So you say, okay, this person was cheating on me, they're not ready for a relationship. So then you get home and you're thinking like, well, were they fucking with this person? How many other girls are they fucking with? And then like you ask a question that you can't get the answer to, then you make up an answer in your head, then you ask another question based off that, then you ask another question based off that. So it's like a constant, like, you basically asking yourself questions and answering these questions, or asking yourself constant questions that you can never get the answers to. Like you literally, and then it's like forcing you to try to think up answers that you never gonna get, because you're not gonna hit the person up. Right. You can't call the person and ask them. So why are you constantly thinking of other questions to ask or other scenarios when you literally have everything that you needed to to move on, to stay? Like you have all the information, you have all the facts, you have whatever that person told you or whatever you've seen for yourself. That is what you needed to see in that moment. So you asking other questions and thinking of other shit, and then asking other questions off other questions off other questions. That's what she said overthinking was. Damn. So, yeah. Okay. So, That's what, and then ever since then, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So basically now, let's talk about this Issa, the new Lawrence. Let's talk about that real quick. That shit triggered me, bitch.
Oh my God.
Triggered.
Oh my God.
Triggered.
I don't even know what to say.
She pissed.
I don't even know what to say. I feel like I'm still processing that part.
That
honestly.
shit crazy.
That's deep as fuck, first of all.
Triggered.
Okay. Issa, man, look. Issa was with this nigga for 5 years. Okay? She had to be with broke Lawrence. She had to be with lazy Lawrence. She had to endure this fucking relationship, right? The bitch ended up cheating. That shit still bogus, but still, it's just like, whatever. I ain't gonna excuse her behavior. It is what it is. But now to get to this point where now y'all not together, it's bad enough that y'all not together and that you see, like, this still damn near your people. Like, y'all still hang out with the same people. So you know this nigga doing good. You know he straight. You know he on a different level, all this other type of stuff. That alone is enough. But then now to know his new bitch and to know that he love this bitch, like, what? And he treated, bitch, where did they go last week? They went out of town, bitch. They went on a whole vacation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, I've been through that before.
Nigga,
I was
what?
like, that shit pissed me off.
That's crazy.
I've been through that before. It's not. Wow. Okay.
Already.
So y'all, we kind of went over today. We're gonna have to cut it short today.
Yes.
We will continue. Yes,
We're still gonna be live.
We're gonna continue live. We're gonna go deep into it. So if you want to hear what else we have to talk about, stay tuned on the live.
Because we're going to continue this conversation.
Yeah, so all of our subscribers, all of our streamers, YouTube, whatever, everybody we got that streaming us, thank you so much for streaming. Yes. We appreciate it, and we will see y'all next week at 10 p.m.
10 o'clock. Be there with y'all shots.
Oh, yeah, shots. The shots. Did y'all take y'all shots?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Now.
Okay, all right.